Oh, this is delicious. I just finished uploading. In fact, it's processing right now. The previous video that I just did, well, just put together anyway. Um, the scenes in that video were actually from last week, but last week's Friday or Saturday. But I just finished putting them to stringing it together in Windows Movie Maker, and it's processing right now, 0%. We'll be up in a few minutes. And no sooner did I make that video, why I don't feel sorry for victims, how the hell did I come across this anyway? I don't even remember, but I come across this article that I'm about to read off right here. And this comes from Think Progress. Oh boy. Think Progress. It's under the health column, I guess. This says health there. Titled, Why Rape Prevention Activists Don't Like the New Nail Polish That Can Detect Roofies. Now, this was actually August 25th, 2014, so this shit's like, what, 2 years old? It's by Tara Culp Pressler. Okay. The reason I'm reading this off is because there's a few things that I saw in here that instantly made me start busting out laughing. One of them is actually coming up pretty soon. So, a group of 4 college students, let's get started. A group of 4 college students is taking the media by storm. This again is 2 years ago, but by storm with the development of an innovative nail polish that can detect rape drugs that have been slipped into young women's drinks. Oh, how noble of them. Okay. While the new product has captured its fair share of headlines over the past weeks, sexual assault prevention advocates warn that it's not necessarily the best way to approach the sexual assault epidemic on college campuses. Now, why exactly? I mean, this is gonna be a partially dissecting video here. Why exactly are they saying that? You'd think that if they wanted to end rape, which is supposedly their goal, that any and everything that could work, from those rape condoms, I guess, the moment he sticks it in, like he can't pull it out because, or I believe the thing is called Rape X or something, Rape X condoms or something. The girl is supposed to slip it inside of her, and then if he goes in, which basically means that he raped her already. I mean, him having a condom, her having a condom, still going in there. He can't get out. He can't pull his dick out. I don't know why he couldn't pull it out with the condom on and have that problem. But apparently there's some barbs in there that basically means it's a one-way, only go in, can't come out. And he's basically going to need surgery to go to a hospital, need surgery to get that shit off. There's a girl on here on YouTube some years back with like purplish hair or reddish hair that basically went in on why the hell that's a bad idea to have the rapist not be able to get out and have him right there being able to beat your ass until he gets to the hospital. It's funny. Anyway, not diverting. Why exactly is this not a problem? I mean, is this a problem? Hmm? I mean, we're trying to stop rape, so any and everything that can help. And this seems like it would be able to help ad infinitum. I mean, provided that her hands are clean, because okay, you prevent rape, but then you end up getting diarrhea from like germs on your hands getting into your drink to drink it. But whatever. Continuing. Here's the first part that made me bust out. 4 male students at North Carolina State University. Stop right there. So, women supposedly don't like getting raped, despite the fact that, as I've said in my rape analysis video, I believe, upwards of like 50% of women have rape fantasies. Sorry, that makes no sense to me. I don't have, hell, I don't want to get raped again either, but I don't have controlled fantasies about getting raped. But anyway, women supposedly don't like getting raped. And women are kicking men's ass in school and this and that and everything else, as so saith society. Yet, out of all of this, it's 4 male students. 4 male students that created this shit. Not a single woman, not a single female student was on there. Once again, it's men that end up creating something that is supposed to save women's ass. If there's so many women out here kicking men's ass in school and blah 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 blah, and in the workplace and this and that, and strong, smart, independent, blah blah blah, why the hell was there not even one woman in that group that helped? Someone explain that one to me. Someone please explain that one to me. I got to know. Moving on. So four male students at North Carolina State University have created a nail polish that changes color when it comes into contact with several common drugs intended to incapacitate victims. According to the undergrads, fucking undergrads, Jesus Christ, they're not even fucking graduates. Their goal is to, quote, invent technologies that empower women to protect themselves from this heinous and quietly pervasive crime, unquote. Again, keep in mind the video that I just uploaded, which is, as I'm talking right now, is some percentage done. The video is titled "Why I Don't Feel Sorry for Some Quote-Unquote Victims." Keeping that video in mind, to empower women. So apparently not being pot, pissed, and drunk isn't empowering enough. The ability to yell or scream or hell, God forbid you know some martial arts and be able to defend yourself isn't empowering enough. What good is any of this shit if you're gonna get pot? I mean, hell, as somebody who knows a thing or two about cyber defense, even though I'm not like some grandmaster in the field, anybody who knows anything about defense or security, and it all knows, it doesn't matter how Fort Knox fucking Pentagon secure fucking impregnable wall, whatever your defenses are. If you leave the front fucking door wide open or give the person the key to the front door, none of that means shit. Or the enemy, I guess. The front door, none of that means shit. So, oh wow, yes, yet another thing here to empower women, but yet they're sitting there getting pot, pissed, and drunk of their own freedom and free will. Blackout drunk. Okay. Okay, well, let's keep going. Although the product isn't available yet, their Facebook page has already been flooded with positive responses from people who can't wait to give it a try. The response isn't entirely unprecedented. Products that promise to help women detect the colorless, odorless roofie drugs have become more popular in recent years. And more broadly, anti-rape tools to help women protect themselves from potential predators have become increasingly prevalent. Although these products typically get a lot less press and are sometimes hailed as complete breakthroughs in the fight against sexual abuse, soon a fresh manicure, sexual violence, quote, soon a fresh manicure could have the potential to save your life, the Daily Mail proclaimed in a story about the new nail polish. Activists working in the field aren't convinced. They believe innovations like anti-rape nail polish are well-meaning but ultimately misguided. And here comes their bit of logic. Quotes, I think that anything that can help reduce sexual violence from happening is in some ways a really good thing, unquote, says unquote, Tracy Vichers, Tracy Vichers, the board chair for Students Active for Ending Rape. Safer. Students Active for Ending Rape. Yeah. Told Think Progress. Quoting her again, quote, but I think we need to think critically about why we keep placing the responsibility for preventing sexual assault on young women. No critical thinking. I've already done all the critical thinking needed. Feel free to watch my other video, which is more than likely going to be up by the time this video is up. It's going to be right behind it. So just go into my videos and look. You'll see it. It's titled. What's it titled again? It's titled "Why I Don't Feel Sorry for Some Victims." Watch that whole thing through, and then you will know why we need to place the thing of not getting raped on women. Just like how we need to place the thing of not getting robbed on the people that are going to get robbed. They're the ones that need to take all the defense. Lock your cars, lock your doors, hide your kids, hide your wife, blah, 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 that kind of shit. Women are already expected to work hard to prevent themselves from becoming the victims of sexual assault. Men have to do that too, especially in jail. And actually outside of jail. Rape in more ways than one. Same thing with getting their ass kicked. You know, it's your responsibility, not mine. Don't come asking me. I mean, I'm here protecting you. Who's protecting me? That kind of thing. Sexual assault. They're told to avoid wearing revealing clothes. My rape analysis video covers that. There's a reason why burqas are not seen as sexually provocative, sexually suggesting, but a micro mini skirt with fucking thong and all that shit is. There's a reason why shit is advertised as sexy. It's not just to say that. Rape analysis video. It's been up for, I don't know, maybe a year now, or maybe not a year, but a while. Traveling groups. What's wrong with traveling in groups? Gangsters travel in groups. Hell, even Jesus traveled with 12 or something like that, right? Or something. What's wrong with going in groups? Think of your group as a kind of massive designated driver. I mean, what's wrong with that? Make sure they don't get too drunk. My video right before this one. In fact, pause it right now, open a new fucking tab, and go watch that. Then come back to this. And that's all I gotta say about that. They don't get too drunk, and always keep a close eye on their drinks. Yeah, guys need to keep a close eye on their condoms. I.e., they supply their own fucking condoms. Roughly in the same realm of stuff. Okay? Bitch need to watch for their drinks, lest they get some surprise sex. Guys need to watch their condoms, lest they get some surprise child support. Same shit, bitches. Now, remembering to put on anti-rape nail polish and discreetly slip a finger into each drink might be added to the ever-growing checklist. Something that actually reinforces a pervasive rape culture. Something that actually reinforces a pervasive rape culture in our society. So apparently a tool that's doing nothing except, I guess, maybe looking good if it's a nice color, and preventing rape. Somehow it is designed only to prevent rape. There's no way that can backfire. Okay? Unless we find out the shit causes cancer or some shit, I don't know. But somehow that reinforces a pervasive rape culture. Something that is strictly designed to reduce the rapes somehow enforces it or reinforces it. This rape culture, which as if anybody's done the least bit of research, knows does not exist in our society. Okay, well, let me just cut to the chase right now. Just a few more things to read. But let me just cut to the chase right now with this. The reason why they're saying this shit is because this shit will seriously, I mean, nothing reduces rape like women just, well, first of all, not being pot pissed and drunk. That way they can have their wits about them, you know. Just like you can't drink and drive, you can't drink and make any good decisions. Yeah, you can't drink and defend yourself. Sorry, drunken masters, you are not. The reason why they're saying all this is because then they're out of a fucking job. They're out of a fucking job. They stopped getting the funding from wherever the hell they get the funding. This rape shit needs to continue. And anyhow, I guarantee you, if all men all over the planet, just in one huge voice right on national television said, I will not rape, and actually didn't rape, okay? Which is actually the vast majority of men, only like, what? 0.01% of men actually rape, okay? But if zero rapes happen by men to women, This is not including men on men rape, women on women rape, and women raping men, which again does not exist according to society. Uh, Men raping women. I guarantee you, these people who claim to be about ending rape would find some way to keep that shit going because they need to keep employed, they need to keep the funding going, they need to keep the money rolling the fuck in. Now, that's the reason why they're saying something like this, which, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see how the hell this could backfire. Again, unless she has dirty hands, she goes and tests it. Oh, hey, no rape drug, and then drinks it, and then all the germs, like say she didn't wash her hands after using the bathroom or some shit. Okay, that's about as bad as it can possibly get. Might have diarrhea, maybe a very bad diarrhea, but yeah. I don't see how this thing could backfire short of that. And it's not even this thing backfiring. Okay? But yet they're saying it's a problem. And oh, it places it on the victim. Who's the one that supposedly doesn't like getting surprise dick down, man? Who's the one that doesn't like getting their cervixes fucked up? Well, unconsensual cervix fucking up. Okay? Who's the one that needs to protect themselves? Shit. This bit of logic of, oh, blaming the victim and why do we have to tell women not to get raped, that logic doesn't work with anybody else, with any other situation. We don't say, oh, why do we have to tell X person not to get robbed? Why don't we tell the thieves not to thieve or the robbers not to rob? No, that doesn't work anywhere else. I don't know how the hell it works with women and rape and they get away with it. I really don't. Okay, quotes. One of the ways that rape is used as a tool to control people is by limiting their behavior. Rebecca, basically she wants to act, basically she's saying, well, we should be able to act like fucking whores and dress like whores and all that and still get treated like Virgin Marys. That's what she's saying. Saying one of the ways that rape is used as a tool to control people is by limiting their behavior. Now she says control people, but yet whenever rape comes up, it's only about women. Only about women, never about men. Interestingly enough. But yet it's to control people. She doesn't say women, she says people, trying to make it seem bigger than it really is. Rebecca Nagle, 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 one of the co-directors of an activist group called Force, Upsetting Rape Culture. Okay. That challenges the societal norms. Anytime you hear stuff like that, norms or cis or anything, any kind of those kind of words, watch out. The societal norms around sexual assault explained. As a woman, quote, as a woman, I'm told not to go out alone at night. As a 6'6", 350-pound, five functional martial arts knowing black man, I don't go out at night unless I have to. And actually, that's usually every night because I'm at work. Either at the bar in DC part-time on the weekends or at my main job in the weekdays. Short of that, my ass is at home either in guild rank battle, playing Final Fantasy VII or some other old school game, or fucking, or asleep. Or maybe chewing on Netflix for a little bit. But that's about it. I don't go out alone. And again, 6'6", 350-pound, 5 martial arts, big ass black dude. Anyway, not to go out at night to watch my drink, to do all of these things. That way, rape isn't just controlling me. I am told not to go out alone at night, not to watch my drink, to do all of these things. That way, rape isn't just controlling me while I'm actually being assaulted. It controls me 24/7 because it limits my behavior. So telling you to be safe and responsible for your own safety is limiting your behavior. And now you know the title of my video and why that video is titled that way. I'll say it right now. Some people deserve whatever the hell they get, and that includes rape. I have no qualm saying that right now, and I don't care how viral this might go. Oh my God, he advocates rape. Okay, fine. Say whatever you want. You can read this yourself. I'm not making this up. I'll have the link. Because it limits my behavior. Solutions like these actually just recreate that. I don't want to fucking test my drink when I'm at the bar. That's not the world I want to live in. Well, you know what? I don't want to live in a world where any girl that I want to fuck tells me no. Okay? I want to live in a world where I can just bend a girl over without even having to fucking ask, or put her on her back and spread her legs and get in there. I want to live in a world where I can bust up balls deep in any pussy I want and not have to worry about STDs and or pregnancy. I want to live in a world where I get an all-expense-paid motherfucking trip through life, okay? Zero expenses in any way, form, in any form or fashion. That's the world I want to live in. Good luck to my black ass. Good luck to you, bitch. According to Alexandra Brodsky, one of the founders and current co-director of Know Your Nine. Know Your Nine. Okay. Know Your IX, which is the Roman numeral for 9. Know Your 9. Of Know Your 9. Okay, I don't know how that title, I don't know. A survivor-led group working to address campus sexual assault. Well-intentioned products like anti-rape nail polish can actually end up fueling victim blaming. I'm not getting into that victim blaming stuff. Any college student who doesn't use the special polish could open themselves up to criticism for failing to do everything in their power to prevent rape. Well, that'll never happen, because if they don't get pot pissed and drunk, they're more likely to be able to defend themselves. A lot of rapes happen, well, outside of kids, a lot of rapes happen when the person is incapacitated in some way. Not just when they're asleep. So you prevent the incapacitation, don't get pot pissed and blackout drunk, don't accept drinks from strangers, which is something that everybody is told. Okay. Whatever. I'll keep going. Indeed, the argument that women simply need to be more responsible is a common response to the current conversation about sexual assault on college campuses, and one that activists say doesn't get to the heart of the issue. The problem isn't that women don't know when there are roofies in their drink. Quote, the problem isn't that women don't know when there are roofies in their drink, semicolon. So women do know that it's in their drink, and they're still drinking it anyway, and then still crying in the morning whenever they can't find their panties and they feel like 10 pounds fucking heavier from all the cum that got dumped in them by 100 dudes. What? Are you... well, let me read that one more time in case I can't read. Quote, the problem isn't that women don't know when there are roofies in their drink, semicolon. I'm kind of wondering if it is possible to even rape women. How the hell do you know that they're in your drink and still drink the drink anyway? Anyway, semicolon. The problem is people putting roofies in their drink in the first place. Nagel pointed out. Okay, I think I'm finally understanding what she's saying here. But the problem is that they don't know it's in their drink. That is the fucking problem. That is the fucking problem. People don't know that. Isn't that women don't know it's in their drink? It is the problem. That's why they're getting raped. I'm pretty sure. I'd like to think that if women don't want to get raped, as they claim, and they know that some shit is in their drink, they're not going to drink it. And if they do drink it anyway, is it really rape anymore? Anyway, continuing. I think a lot of the time we get focused on these new products because they're innovative and they're interesting. And it's really cool that they figured out how to create nail polish that does this. But at the end of the day, we are having those tough conversations with students and particularly men who are at risk of committing sexual assault. Who are at risk of committing who are at risk. Wow, okay. It's a way to word it. Vichers added. Vichers added, are you talking to young men about the importance of respecting other people's boundaries and understanding what it means to obtain consent? No, we don't. And considering that consent and rape, not by dictionary definition, not by logical definition, but by feminist, leftist, liberal, progressive definition, changes every fucking minute, every fucking second of the minute, minute of the hour, hour of the day, day of the week of the month, month of the year. Anything, any and everything is rape. Any and every fucking thing is rape. At least when it comes to women, because the amount of times that guys have had sex with women while they were drunk, but somehow that's not rape. I don't. Okay. Activists point out that most students are assaulted by people they know in environments where they feel comfortable. Situations when wearing anti-rape nail polish doesn't necessarily make sense. Okay. Plus, the vast majority of those assaults don't involve date rape drugs in the first place. According to a 2007 study from the National Institute for Justice, about 2.4% of female undergrads who had been sexually assaulted suspected they had been slipped a drug. Okay. Yeah, okay, and just because you don't suspect that you've been slipped a drug doesn't mean that you haven't. And I guess this is drug in like the pharmaceutical sense, because food is considered a drug by technical definition. What is a drug? Define drug. Well, by technical definition, food is a drug. I believe sleep is also considered a drug. I mean, just by technical definition of what drugs are, not just like pharmaceutical type definition. It doesn't have to be just pills. 2.4% of female. Okay, well, that's all well and nice, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been. Just because 2.4 think they have, and God forbid they think they have when they really haven't. They were just YOLOing their life last night, and oh damn, I woke up today post YOLO, and well, yeah. So rather than targeting efforts that help women identify roofies in their drink, it would likely be more effective to focus on larger efforts to tackle the cultural assumption that the root of the campus sexual assault crisis, like the idea, what? Crisis, like crisis, comma, like the idea that it's okay to take advantage of people when they're drunk. It's okay to take advantage of people when they're high. It's okay to take advantage of people when they're stupid. Um, Car salesmen do that all the time, or people that are lacking in knowledge. Yeah, again, madam, it's called survival of the fittest. That's survival of the fucking fittest, ladies. So yeah, it is okay to take advantage of people. Don't like it, don't get taken advantage of. How do you do that? Well, being smart is one thing, or being wise, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Anyway, being running drunk. There's a lot of student-led activism on college campuses around these themes, as well as some college administrations agreeing to implement more comprehensive consent education and bystander intervention training programs. The advocates who spoke to Think Progress said they wish more of those campaigns would start making headlines. Quote, one of the reasons we get so excited about these really simple fixes is because it makes us feel like the problem itself is really simple. Actually, it is really simple. That's a comforting idea, Brodsky noted. Continuing, quote, but I really wish that people were funneling all of this ingenuity and funding and interest into new ways to stop people from preventing from perpetrating violence, as opposed to trying to personally avoid it, so that the predator in the bar rapes someone else. So they have bars on college campuses now. Huh. Because it kept going off about college campuses, but now it's in the bar. Okay. Um, yeah, the reason why, again, why they're saying all of this is because if shit like this, technology ends this problem, as you know, technology have ended a lot of problems, or made a lot of problems, not so much problems, if any at all. These bitches are out of a fucking job. Simple as end up. They are out of a fucking job. They're gonna have to, I don't know, go and hoe for that money now, because it's not like they're doing anything else of consequence. Um, and that's the reason why they're so against this shit. The people that are actually gonna be using this shit, the people that this shit is actually for, are loving it. In fact, okay, so we have Facebook shares at 66,150 as of today, August 22nd, Sunday, August 22nd, 2015, at 12:16 p.m., and the tweets are 1,293. Okay, I don't see a comment section, even though it says has a link for comments. I don't see like a whole bunch of comments here. So, uh, there's not really not much else to say about this. I interjected my points as I read this thing. Sorry this is so long, but hell, you should be used to long videos from me by now. Yeah, there you have it, ladies. The people that claim that they're for rape don't want rape to end, because then they're out of a fucking job. Anyway, how interesting this article is. I found this article just after I finished uploading. Oh, and it's ready. My previous video, why I don't feel sorry for some quote-unquote victims, that's up. So yeah, you all can go look at that first, and then this, even though I'm saying this at the end of this video, but whatever. Yeah, you all have yourselves a nice day.